Good evening everyone. Our today's topic is types of chemical reactions. There are 6 types of chemical reaction, that is combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, oxidation and reduction. But the decomposition reaction is again subdivided into thermal, electrolytic, photolysis. So we'll discuss one by one. So first one is the combination reaction. The combination reaction is the reaction in which two or more reactants combine to form a single product. So when two reactants, that is A and B, combine together, they form a single product, that is AB. The example for combination reaction is the formation of water. That means when two reactants, one reactant is hydrogen and another reactant is oxygen, when they both mix together, they combine together, they form water. So our next chemical reaction is decomposition reaction. In decomposition reaction, a compound is split into two or more substances. It is again subdivided into three reactions, that is thermal, electrolytic and photolysis. Here AB is the reactant, a compound, it splits into two products, that is A and B. Now let us talk about thermal decomposition, when decomposition is carried out by heating. Actually the thermal word came from the word heat only. Example for thermal decomposition is when calcium carbonate is carried out by heating, it gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Next is electrolytic decomposition, when decomposition is carried out by passing electricity. So the example is when water it carried out by electric current, it gives hydrogen plus oxygen. Another one is photolysis decomposition, when the decomposition is carried out in the presence of sunlight. So the example for this, when silver chloride is carried out in the presence of sunlight, it gives only silver and chlorine. Now let us talk about displacement reaction. So the reaction in which more reactive element displaces less reactive element from its solution is called displacement reaction, and displacement reaction is sometimes called as single displacement reaction. So in this picture you can see how a element displaces another element from its solution. Example for single displacement reaction is when iron mixed with copper sulfate, it gives ferrous sulfate plus copper. Here we can see that iron is the most reactive element which displaces the less reactive element, that is copper, from its copper sulfate solution. And finally it becomes ferrous sulfate solution. Now let us talk about double displacement reaction, a reaction in which new compounds are formed by mutual exchange of ions in between two compounds. Here in this picture you can see there is a mutual exchange in between them. So the example for this, when barium chloride mixed with sodium sulfate, it gives rise to barium sulfate and sodium chloride. Here in this there is a mutual exchange in between two compounds. That means sodium mixed with the chlorine and barium mixed with the sulfate solution. Then our other reaction is oxidation. The addition of oxygen to substance and the removal of hydrogen from a substance is called as oxidation reaction. Then is reduction reaction, the addition of hydrogen to substance and the removal of oxygen from a substance. So the oxidation and reduction is opposite to one another. Here in this diagram you can see there is a loss of electron in the oxidation process and there is a gain of electron in the reduction process. So the example for oxidation and reduction reaction is when iron mixed with oxygen in presence of water, it gives rise to ferric oxide.